Well, IF and VF technology has been around almost 13 years now, and what that actually is IF stands for increased flexion, VF stands for very high flexion, and what that essentially does is, as a tire company, with the growing concerns with compaction, like everybody's concerned about, with IF, it allows that tire to carry the same load at a reduction of the inflation pressure by 20%. So essentially the tire companies are allowing those tires to squat more, to deflect more. It's a deflection technology. VF, which is very high flexion, means that tire can carry that same load at 40% less inflation pressure. So it's a dramatic drop in the inflation pressure, and again, the lower that you run your inflation pressures, the larger your footprint becomes, and there's more area to carry that same load. So you're actually producing less ground-bearing pressure on those tires. Now LSW is a little bit different technology, and that's a Titan technology. Essentially what we've done is to address some issues like daily issues like road lope and power hop that our growers are seeing out there. What we've done is taken a conventional size tire and reduced the sidewall by 20%, or by 20%, which allows that tire to it's similar to, for instance, truck tires, the automotive industry. You've had the, back in the day we had 15-inch truck tires on a pickup truck. I've got 20-inch tires on my F-150 right now. So it's the same technology, but the outside diameter stays the same, but we increase the rim size. And again, what that does is it lowers that aspect ratio and allows that tire to perform for handling purposes, lateral stability. When you're running down the road, a lot of these guys are going further and faster than they have before, and it's very frustrating for them to get to 18 to 20 miles an hour, and since the tractor is jumping, we call that road lope, it causes a little heartburn. By reducing that sidewall, we're able to dampen that loping effect and allows these guys to run faster, more consistently. In the field, power hop is a phenomenon when you get into a high draft application, draft load. That tire actually buckles, and when that tire straightens out and releases, it hops, and that tractor will actually start hopping. And again, it's a very fatiguing type of phenomena with a lower sidewall. Since there's less sidewall, it doesn't tend to buckle, and we're able to eliminate the hopping and actually put more power to the ground, because it's not every time that tractor hops off the ground you're losing pulling power, so it becomes more efficient that way. So it helps with not only the comfort and stability in the field, but also with efficiency, fuel efficiencies, and slip. You know, that's been the big push for us here at this show, and it's been the big push this last year for us. We're trying to make a kind of a cultural shift in the marketplace. For years and years and years, tractors have been coming out of the factories with your standard row crop duals. You know, everybody's thinking they got to straddle that row when they're planting. And what we've done this year is we've really made a push on what we call our super singles, or our LSW extreme flotation tires. And essentially what we're doing is we're taking the two tires that are now on these tractors and replacing them with one big tire. The setup that we've been pushing on mechanical fronts, actually just by bolting those tires on the tractor, you're gaining 20% more contact area to carry the same weight of that tractor, not to mention dramatically improving the flotation of that tractor. We did a preliminary study this past spring and summer just south of St. Louis here, where we planted side-by-side identical tractors and identical planters with our super flotation super singles versus row crop duals, and it actually yielded 5 bushel more per acre with the super singles. So it's very promising. We're pursuing that even more this year, but it's a mindset change, and everybody thinks that they've got to have these row crops, and I think people are realizing more and more that pinch row compaction is probably hurting the yields more than they probably think. In talking to people here, some of these precision guys come up to me. I gave a talk yesterday, and it kind of got their wheels spinning in their head, and I think they're starting to see now that possibly this could be maybe the next biggest thing. So we're pretty excited about it. We've got new sizes coming out. on four-wheel drives. We've got last year at the Farm Progress, we introduced the largest agricultural tire in the world, which was our 1,400 millimeter section width tire. That'll be going on four-wheel drives this spring for planting trials. We've got our 1250 out there that's been on combines and four-wheel drives, and it's going to be coming out on mechanical fronts now. So we've got a lot of exciting things coming out to, essentially, we're looking to replace wherever you see a dual application like on four-wheel drive or mechanical fronts, we're hoping to put a super single in that particular position. Well, we've been involved with this, and I'm going to say a little over 10 years probably, and I don't know the exact number, but we've been involved with this, and every year we come here. This is a very unique show for us because the people that come to this show are coming to learn something. You typically go to your national farm shows and your other trade shows, and it's you have good conversations, but they're just wandering around, just kind of picking things up off the table, hat, a ruler or whatever it may be. It always amazes me when I come to this show that you get into some very detailed conversation, and you're digging through files and you're digging into things that only you've thought about a few times, and then you've got somebody that's completely outside of your world coming in and asking you those questions. So to me, that's what's kind of exciting about this. This is a very educated group of people. That might be a little, I guess it's the nerds of the ag world. To be perfectly honest, it really is. And these guys are, great people, and they're not the biggest operators, but they're certainly trying to do it exactly the right way, and they're very scientific about it, and they want to understand every little detail that goes into the production of whatever crop that they're doing. Everything from seed to planters to tires to fertilizer, you name it. So that's that to me is what really makes this a very unique show.